Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the update that just came out. Okay, so the first thing they added is they added more augmenting slots, so you can augment more. As you can see right here, not a glitch whatsoever. You're allowed to augment a lot more, so that way you don't have to keep going back and forth, if you need to, that is, because sometimes you actually don't need to go back and forth to get your weapon, armor, monster gear, whatever gear you're actually working towards to the max level. Instead, you can just do it all in one. Or mostly, very likely all in one. If you're not using like the rare augmenting materials, like the ones at the very bottom, like right here, like these, I'm pretty sure 20 slots will be enough to get whatever you're trying to get to max level. So they added that to start off with. The next thing they added is the Easter campaign cosmetic shop. You can find these in the cosmetics, so if you're interested you could get these in the cosmetics. They also have some cosmetics within the front point spawns, so you can go over here and spawn for some of the older Easter gear if you want to. And that heavenly tapsy looks very nice, and they have premium eggs. Whoa, okay, so this is looking very nice. Heavily earthly tapsies and premium eggs all in here. Sounds like a great deal, and I'm probably gonna be spamming these while I still can, because definitely premium eggs and free spawns sound like heaven on earth. Anyways, moving on from there, that's pretty nice. Okay, so we got the Easter campaign gem purchase specials back, so you can purchase gems again for the special price they have to offer. They offer the bonus right here, as you can see, and all that stuff, and that's probably a good idea, especially when they all come out with the extremely pay to win spawn that almost nobody, even with the gem purchase special, would be going for. I mean, it's good and all, but especially if you got Michaela, because this versus Michaela, its circumstance is not like by far better than Michaela, for sure. No, it isn't. It all depends on the circumstance. Probably not going to wail for this as much as you might expect a team. So I personally, if you are thinking about it, that's what I would recommend looking at, is to see if you actually really need this monster, if it's really worth the price that it is. Even if you don't have it, if you, it's some, like a few people in your guild got Michaela and it's got a few pots at least, it still probably won't be all too worth it. So just keep that in mind when you're actually even thinking about going for this monster, because I'm just saying it one more time, it is extremely pay to win. It's one of the most pay to win spawns I've ever seen, treasure spawn wise. I'm pretty sure there's been one or two that actually beat the cake or are as bad, but it's definitely up there for sure. Okay, so the next thing you have is the rabbit material that you're going to be getting in the event. You could get each and every step within the friend point spawns, so you're getting 5 each and every time you spawn, and that right there is pretty awesome. They show it right here, so you're getting 5 each and every time you spawn. That's really awesome. Even if you don't want to do the event and you're doing the friend point spawn, you're still able to get the eggs, and because of that, that's pretty dang cool. Okay, so the next thing they added was the ether pack, and they also added metal packs. So ether pack over here, it's 4.5 ethers or 4.6 ethers for the price that is. I personally, by default, I wouldn't find it too worth it, but considering they added some gems in here as well, it's not as bad. I mean, I still don't find it all too worth it. I mean, it is kind of discounted technically speaking, but when it comes to an ether pack, I kind of like expect ether instead of, like, I don't know. I just don't find like the deal worth it all too much for just 4 ethers, especially if you do treasure spawns a lot. If you do treasure spawns a lot to try to get some of the newer gear and all that stuff, you're bound to get a lot of ethers either way. So ethers aren't just like something that's just like really rare and you just can't obtain anywhere. So personally, I don't think it's all too worth it. Maybe it might be a bit worth it, or maybe just a little bit, maybe one for like some of you that are in a ether drought. You don't need much ethers, like you don't need much of anything but except ethers, and you're almost there. Maybe it's gonna be worth it under that circumstance, but I don't find it all too worth it for the most part. They got the metal packs back as well. The only ones that I really recommend, I mean, you could go for any, but the stellar and the time ones are definitely the best deal for sure, because stellar and time orbs, let alone metals, both are extremely, they're not hard to get, but getting a lot of metals in the first place is going to be hard, because usually when you're doing like the regular elements, you could legitimately get like maybe 20 metals in one run. Legitimately 20 metals. 10 metals isn't, it's kind of uncommon, but it's not extremely rare to get. Stellars are a different story. When you're doing stellars, right, you might get 4 or 5 if you're lucky, 5 for each run if you're lucky. And the AP actually costs more to actually do the stellar in time. Well, technically they're the same thing, so yeah. than it does the regular elements. So you're getting significantly less metals, which could mean significantly less orbs for more AP wasted on these quests. So definitely the Stellars and the Times are a good deal. All of them are a decent deal for sure. Getting 2 orbs, 450 metals is definitely not a bad deal. If you actually do the math, you're actually saving more money than you are saving time grinding compared to like doing the free to play way. It's actually less expensive to actually go in here and actually buy it, ironically. So those are there. And then we got the event right here. The event's the new thing. With the event, we have multiple different types of things that really work out for this event reward wise. Okay, so right here we got overall rewards. So just the amount of bunnies we collected all together as a Unison League community will allow us to have higher ranking rewards, thus allowing us to have more of these or whatever these are right here. So yeah, this isn't just you, this is everybody in Unison League. We work together. The more we get, the more rewards we will get back from this selection or slot. So that's pretty much how that works right there. We also have a prestige boost or a prestige ladder. It's a local prestige ladder. They don't have any keys. Mainly it's just to get rabbit eggs to get the items to do the item exchange. You will get a lot of them in the flip card, just like the previous event with the star emission. With the Swan Wing Cross Lady, you're getting a lot of them on Carnage. Like, you could legitimately get 80 of them on Carnage. And the flip card bonus is even better than the, I can't even say the name, the spawn one. Because if you got any of these monsters right here, you're legitimately getting 5 rabbit eggs. So not only are they in the video point spawns, not only are you getting bonus, but they offer as much as they did in the previous event right here. Right, as you can see right here, you could legitimately get 80 plus whatever the flip cards, like if you got flip card bonuses, plus whatever the flip card bonuses are. So you're just getting significantly, well, you're not getting significantly more, but for sure you're getting more than ever before still doing this event. And what they offer gear wise is not that bad either. So let's actually take a look at the items they have in the item exchange. I have some already. I've done the event a couple times. And right here, they offer the Summoning Scroll. Summoning Scroll, that's going to be the first price, I think. After a while, it's going to get hard. It's going to get a lot more expensive. They're doing this succession thing where they start off cheap, but then after each and every time you actually obtain it, it's going to become more expensive. They offer ethers. They offer premium eggs. If you definitely need premium eggs, you could get them in the video point spawn as well. But you can also get them here, really cheap, really awesome price. Also, purple pasta kings, droplets of ether, and orbs. They're a bit expensive, the orbs and the droplets of ether, but considering that the rabbit eggs are not hard to get, they're not all too expensive. You may be able to get enough for droplets of ether and the orb in legitimately one quest. You could legitimately get, well, not one quest, but 2 quests, because you could get, well, if you got a lot of bonus cards, you could get them in one quest possibly, if you get the 83s. But yeah, it's very, very nice that they're doing that. And of course, let's actually look at the gear and see if it's worth it. Okay, so right here we got you can see the price right here. The Summoning Scroll is going to go up in succession. Same for the sword, same for the lance, same for guns, same for all the stuff. It's going to be 300 first time, 600 the next time, and the Summoning Scroll is going to be 200, 800, 1200, 2000, and 4000 after the last one you get. So right here we got the, it's a 37 cost, by the way. It's dark, so you might not want to throw this out right away. It's not exactly recommended because a lot of people like to throw out star. If they don't know what to choose, they like to throw out star first, because star is the most safest bet, because star has 2 strengths. So keep that in mind. But it is 37 cost free to play monster, so definitely it's going to get more battle score than 36, and because of that, it may help for that under guild battles, but the ability is not also really too good. It does 300 ability power. That's decent damage. That I could say it's damage. I'm not even gonna say decent damage. I'm gonna say it's damage. Applies 30% damage reflection for 40 seconds. That's a player versus enemy move right there. Not really player versus player, whether it's guild battles or Coliseum. Targets all enemies, removes damage reflection effects. Not really needed again. I'd say that more of a player versus enemy move. Permits piercing. It's gonna be for yourself. It's pretty much piercer. This is also still going to be more of a, could be a guild battle thing, but it's also going to be more player versus enemy orientated and increased cost recovery speed. So this monster doesn't really have good abilities, and it doesn't give like groundbreaking stats either for its pots. It gives around as much as they gave for the 36s, so they don't give a significant amount of pots either. Again, the only reason I would recommend doing this monster or throwing it down is for the battle score itself. and it's kind of stupid how you have to get to the 5th pot for it to be even close to remotely useful, besides for battle score, because it gives that cost recovery speed. That's actually something that's going to be useful for everybody. But yeah, that's all I can say about this monster. It's 37 cost, gives high score. Keep in mind it's a dark element, so it's going to be weak against star. A lot of people like the star a lot, and yeah, not so good ability. As for the gear down here, this gear may not have an attack. Like usually when you're going for like the banner or bulwark gear, they usually have the weapons usually have an attack to help with like dark element even more. So that's one downside, but it's legitimately event free to play gear. This right here is awesome. They offer these stuff for like, this is great for elements. Absolutely, the skill that it has is great for elements. The banner, it's great for light elements, so definitely if you ever need to go against light element, you definitely want to get this stuff for sure. If you're working on your light element set, you definitely want to get this stuff, because this stuff has the banner stuff. I didn't think they were going to release this as a free to play option or like during an event, so this is right here is really good gear, really good opportunity. Now it's not going to be like XL, like compared to like gem spawn banners or like bulwark. Like let me show you right here. See, these are XL at UR. If you do the gem spawn ones, they're going to be XL instead of like L, but still, just the fact that they offer it is very good. If you read the skill, it legitimately like a small chance to slightly increase physical and magical ability power when using an ability power scales with the dark element attack value of the gear you have equipped. The skill activation rate is boosted against light enemies. As you can see, it works really well against light enemies, and it's not just that, it's the armor as well. Small chance to slightly reduce physical and magical damage taken. Damage reduction effect scales with dark element defense value of the gear you have equipped. Skill activation rate is boosted against light enemies. So like I said, these work really well against light. If you just read what I heard, light element, it works really well against. So if you definitely need to work on your dark element side, if you need something, like they offer free banners right here. Absolutely, bulwark and banner gear, they offer it for free right here. These really work against elements, so definitely if you need to work on those, I highly recommend going for these. These are pretty good gear, especially for free to play event. There might be better dark banner gear. I haven't really seen any dark banner gear, so maybe it's older than I can really think of, but definitely these are very nice to have. So that's all for this video. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching, and I hope this helped out. This is the Azrath, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.